Hi everyone. Last video, week 5. We're almost done. I hope you all are powering through your papers and taking some time for yourself. But I'll go ahead and get started. Okay, so I chose to do or watch the video on solution-focused therapy. And with that comes the questions. The first one is what does the miracle question do? So basically the miracle question in essence is like, okay, if you woke up tomorrow and all of your problems were gone, what would that look like? And this allows the client to really look at kind of their goals, allows them to see into the future, right? To look into the future and really kind of hone in on what they want. Yeah, exactly what they want, right? And what that would look like for them. It's pretty quick. It doesn't necessarily, this isn't the type of therapy that takes a long time. So solution focused, it's quick and brief. But it allows them to see their ideal future, right? What does that look like for them? What do they want it to look like? And it helps them create goals for themselves. So from there, from knowing, I think a lot of times when we can get so focused on the problem and we perseverate on the problem instead of seeking the solution. So this provides them and with that solution, right, is looking for goals on how to make it better or how it could be better. And so this provides them with goals that they can use in order to get where they want to be. It also, like finding the miracle question helps them kind of gain a sense of where in their lives they're already successful and they're already are feeling the way that they want to feel or doing the things that they want to do. It's a reflection piece that's there. And yeah. And number 2 is why does the therapist rephrase the answers? So solution focused brief therapy is all about focusing on the solution, right? And when the counselor starts rephrasing, right? So he first interprets and just reiterates back to her. He says, so you want to do your own thing. You want your parents to let you make your own decisions. I don't know why my screen keeps going black. I'm sorry. Money, obviously, that would be a miracle for all of us. And the school work being lightened. So she answers with those things and then he replies back. So this is what you've said. And then he rephrases it and says, okay, but what would you be doing differently? Not because she's focusing on the problems that are there and just wanting them to go away, but instead he shifts it. He shifts from that problem to the solution and what would you be doing differently? And from here, the client was able to give a response of she would have more time for herself. She would have more privacy. Because solution-focused brief therapy is supposed to be one that's quick, and to the point, it really, the client will definitely talk about, the problem and present the problem, but then that miracle question comes up and it's like a switch in shifting that mindset from problem to solution and then from solution to goals on how to attain that solution. And so the therapist did a really good job of like, yeah, you're talking about the problem and these are the things that you want, but what would that look like for you? How would you feel? What would you do? And so that's where she was able to say, she would have more time for herself and she would have more privacy. So then from there, they can create goals around that. And then question number 3 is, do you believe that this solution focused therapy would be useful with students and why? I do think it would be useful with the students. I think that, I think it's super incredibly easy to get caught up in the problem and just kind of mule it over, perseverate on it over and over. So I like how it switches and gives the client the opportunity to find a solution. And of course, within the therapy, it's the solution is already within there. It's just like, ways to find the solution are already there. You just have to activate. You have to acknowledge and implement these things in order to get that solution. And then I think too, with being that it's brief, and as school counselors, we have so many other responsibilities and duties, and we're not going to be able to see the kids. I'm pretty sure, I feel like somewhere I read, usually you'll see a child a maximum 6 times. I disregard that. I'm not sure where that came from. Um, but all in all, I think that we won't have long periods of time. We may not see the kids all the time. And so being able to work with them in a quick manner and help attack the solution to the problem and not the problem would be useful. Of course, I think there are going to be a lot of us, and I think for myself personally, like diving deep into the problem and into the development, which doesn't align with solution focused therapy. However, there will be kids, I think, that are just going through small challenges sometimes that don't need consistent long-term therapy. And I think this would be really useful and helpful to work with them in that capacity, because they're coming to you with a problem. You're helping identify the solutions and then setting goals towards working with that solution. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I hope you all enjoy those 2 weeks off that we have before we start fall, and I'll see you soon. Bye.